Wario time. Nintendo reveals new rules for content creators. Should they own my channel? Well, let's look at this now. But let's get a little politics here, because some real world stuff's been happening. I hear they're launching missile strikes against Iran at Syria. We can't even find a guy in Maine who killed people, and we're worrying about international problems. We have to take care of ourselves first. Okay, political rant over. Let's go to the corporate rant. So, this is from Game Rant. Um, Content creators must read up on new guidelines from Nintendo. So these are for content creators. Now, I saw a little bit of the online tournaments shit. I'm like, Nintendo's really trying to tighten that bolt. I almost feel like boycotting their next system. I probably will, just because I have a Steam Deck, and I'm kind of retiring at this point. I don't see the point. I plan to buy No Man's Sky for the Switch. I mean, fuck this. Now, what do we need? What do we need to do? So what is a next generation game? Right? I've explained this to you. Okay, Nintendo has introduced new guidelines for content creators, including restrictions on image and video sharing activities. Okay. Well, I've got all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's a Koopa Shell, right? There's Princess Peach. Um, there's King K. Rool. I mean, there's all kinds of shit. Look, there's a Goomba. You can see a Goomba back there, okay? So I guess Nintendo owns my damn video, right? Even if I'm monetized, whatever. Um, Content creators, let's see. The guidelines aim to establish respect between Nintendo's games and the creators who play and capture gameplay. Well, that's not a problem for me. I play all my games off fucking screen. So there you go. So don't worry about. Oh, look, there's a PAL block. Now Nintendo really owns my stuff. PAL block. Look, it's the Mario Brothers. It's the Mario Brothers. They own my stuff now. Okay, let's go back to this. Content creators must abide by the rules which range from monetization regulations to permissions for using promotional material and stay updated. The guidelines may be altered. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Um, First of all, I mean, just like Al Smith, as I talked about yesterday, I'm going to swear. I'm going to say fuck. I'm going to say shit. I'm going to say chimpoko. I'm going to say baka. I'm going to say barro. I'm going to say baka baka shi. I'm going to say all kinds of things. I could probably find a few other nasty words in Japanese if you like, because I don't really give a damn. I don't owe Nintendo a damn thing. Buying their stuff, I got my receipts. How about that? So let's take a look. Content creators will need to adjust to some new guidelines by Nintendo when it comes to image and video sharing activities. A new wave of content guidelines has added restrictions. Okay. So, coupled with several FAQs. As Nintendo continues to sharpen its authority over content creation regarding its challenges are come with newly established community tournament guidelines. Yeah, we know about this stuff. That were announced on October 24th. These will go into effect November 15th. So let's skip ahead. After administrative brief update, image sharing platforms. So the new set of rules is an update to the original regulations that were established on November 29th. So I don't know when these go in effect. Provides a few basic rules that won't deny the use of its digital products. This includes footage and screenshots that capture gameplay from Nintendo games. Okay. So they have 6 new rules. There's the Joy-Cons. Look like my Joy-Cons that don't fucking work. So here are the new guidelines. You may monetize your videos and channels using the monetization methods specifically specified by Nintendo, because obviously Nintendo owns YouTube, right? When did Nintendo own Google? Nintendo, when did you buy fucking Google? When did this happen? Other forms of monetization or of our intellectual property for commercial use are not permitted. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I have things in the back. I have things here that are like there's an Animal Crossing, there's a Mario Labyrinth, there's a Monopoly board game. I don't know what to fucking tell you. So you have to figure that out. We encourage you to create videos that include your creative input and commentary. Videos and images that contain mere copies of Nintendo game content without creative input or commentary are not permitted. You may, however, post gameplay videos and screenshots using Nintendo system features, such as the capture button on the Nintendo Switch. Well, I kind of done that, so I'm kind of obeying the rule, and I'll talk shit too, without additional input. Um, so I mean, like when it comes to me, like I do both. Okay, so I don't capture footage. The footage is off screen, and I talk over it. So, but I don't know. Nintendo may change the rules. Um, Nihongo Dekiru. If I need to, I'll explain it that way. Nihongo de oshie de Dekiru. I'll see what I have to do. You're only permitted to use Nintendo game content that is generated after the game has been officially released. Right. So there's embargoes, or if it is from promotional materials. So obviously, if you somehow have the game before it's officially before an embargo, before release, that's illegal use. I think everybody understands this. I think we can agree. If you want to use intellectual property of a third party, you are responsible for taking any necessary third party permissions. Well, we're not going to go through that. So it's not. This is not our problem. That's up to you. You are not permitted to imply or state that your videos are officially affiliated with or sponsored by Nintendo. I would just say it as a joke, but they know, my audience knows when I'm joking. Jodan dekiru. Jodan wakarimasu ka? Miyamoto sensei? Eh? Miyamoto sensei, do you understand? Jodan wakarimasu? Wakarimasu ka? Huh? You think about that, right? We reserve the right to object to any content that we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate. We don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. With these rules in effect, Nintendo will not be able to respond to individual inquiries, of course. It's important for content creators to stay up to date on the rules when it involves reducing content with newly... Well, I'm not playing Wonder. I may play RPG Remake. I have some motivations to play that. Nintendo provided several FAQs. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is that these rules fluctuate, and I could see them going after several people. Now, let me say a couple of things here. Now, I can't remember honestly what the first Nintendo video game I put up on YouTube. Origami King, I showed bits and pieces, but significant chapters. Zelda, how much I put up there. I did a little bit for the cloud. Did show Pikmin 4 demo. Pikmin 4, okay, and skipped out on Wonder. And I do games twice a week now. Much like Kali UK, I do little bits, and kind of like Varskella Thor Joel's mini highlights. Little bits and pieces of samples of a game. But Twitch streamers, they'll stream for hours. Ima Kuni goes on for 11, 12 hours. I don't know how she does it. That girl's gonna, kill herself of sleep if she does it like that. But anyway, so I mean, I'll continue to buy some games for the Switch. I'm not interested in Nintendo's next system. I could care less. I'm almost 50. I have so many systems from Nintendo, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation Vita. I have the Wii U. I have this. I have the Game Boy. I have the Steam Deck. I have board games. I just don't care anymore. What does bother me, though, is when Nintendo tries to enforce... Now, to be fair, I think I've learned this. They've only, shut down, maybe, a few, 30 games, I think, didn't they? So when you're trying to shut down games like this, okay, you have your legitimate reasons. I mean, it seems, right, with the Battle Royale. But then it's here you're doing this for a game that wasn't going to last very long, right? Super Mario 35. Super Mario 35 lasted how long? Didn't last very long. Then they did a bullshit survey, right? A bullshit survey to say, okay, would you like this game to come back? So they shut this game down that was very good for their official game that just wasn't as good. It just wasn't. You know what I mean? If you had played Pac-Man Battle Royale, right? I mean, F-Zero's done that way, which reminds me, I see this article from here's an article from 2018. Nintendo has been trademarking a lot of old names, F-Zero, Star Fox, Pikmin. They had renewed a lot of things. Now, Why would you want to renew F-Zero? Well, you want to hold on to the copyright, right? You don't want a Sega, Konami, Capcom, some independent fourth party, some independent studio having an F-Zero game, even if it's like F-Zero, the quests, the quests for F-Zero, right? And somehow Nintendo doesn't own the likenesses or the rights anymore. So, also too, you want to, you want to preserve F-Zero for Smash, right? But it's like you're preserving a lot of the old names, renewing the copyright, and I suspect Popeye and the old-fashioned Superman is going to get renewed for copyright. Look at Warren Beatty did with Dick Tracy, right? So what was the end result? We got F-Zero 99, and I suspect it was because of this shit. That's why F-Zero. That's why we have F-Zero 99 for this. So there you go. If you like this video, good on you. Fuck you, Nintendo. You'll never own my stuff. Ever. Ever. Ever.